Welcome to Miss Fantastic Maths. In this video, we are continuing our Year 7 Maths journey following the UK Key Stage 3 curriculum. Today's lesson builds key foundations to help you develop confidence, fluency and problem-solving skills in maths. Please pause the screen and have an attempt at these questions as part of your start task. Okay, let's run through the answers. So question 1, write the number in expanded form. So we have 3,407. Write 5.62 in expanded form, so that's 5 plus 0.6 plus 0.02. What is the value of the underlying digit? So it's 8,254, so the value of 2 is 200. 4.09, so the value of 0 is 0 tenths. Just to recap expanded form, if we take, for example, 1b, and we've got 5.62, 5 is in the ones column, the 6 is in the tenths column, hence it is 0.6, and the 2 is in the hundredths column, hence it is 0.02. In this lesson, we will be comparing odd number types. The learning outcome is to compare and order integers, decimals, and negative numbers using place value and number lines. The knowledge components are to understand the place value of whole numbers, decimals, and negative numbers, when to use the signs more than, less than, equal to represent comparisons, and how to use inequality signs approximately to show the comparative size of a number. How do we compare different number types? When we compare numbers, the rules are always the same, and there are 3 steps. In the first step, we check the sign, is it positive or negative? Secondly, we compare the magnitude using place value. Thirdly, use the number line to confirm which number is larger or smaller. Looking at a number line, the negative numbers are always smaller than the positive numbers. So negative 3 has a smaller value than negative 1 or even 0, and 1 has a smaller value than, say, positive 3. So let's go ahead and compare 12 and 9 together. Both of these numbers are positive, so that means that both of these appear on the right hand side of a number line, right hand side from 0 on a number line. 12, however, is further away from 0 than 9. That means 12 has a greater value than 9. The symbol that we would use is 12 is greater than 9. Let's go ahead and compare 2 decimal numbers together. We have 3.5 and 3.45, both of which have 3 in the ones column, which is equal. We will then proceed to the next column, which is the tenths column. 3.5 has a 5, 3.45 has a 4. 5 is a bigger number than 4, so therefore 3.5 has a greater value than 3.45. So 3.5 is greater than 3.45. Now, in the case where you have one negative number and one positive number, you don't really need to use a number line because negative numbers are always smaller in value than positive numbers by default, because negative numbers are on the left-hand side of 0 and positive numbers are on the right-hand side of 0. So minus 2 is smaller than positive 1. In the case of comparing 2 negative numbers together, we can see that they both have minus 3 in the ones column. And in the tens column, minus 3.5 has a 5, and minus 3.2 has 2. And minus 3.5 is further to the left than minus 3.2, so therefore minus 3.5 is smaller in value than minus 3.2. So when it comes to negative numbers, the further away they are from 0, the smaller they are in value. Whereas with positive numbers, the further away they are from 0, the greater the value. Even though 5 is a larger number, is a bigger number than 2, but because it's negative, it has a smaller value. So minus 3.5 is less than minus 3.2. I would now like you to pause the screen and have an attempt at these questions. We will go through the answers later. Seven is greater than minus 2 because 7 is positive and minus 2 is negative. 3.5 is greater than 3.45 because 3.5 has a 5 in the tenths column compared to the 4 tenths in 3.45. Minus 6.21 is equal to minus 6.21. Minus 1.2 is greater in value than minus 1.25 because minus 1.2 is closer to 0 than minus 1.25, and 0.05 is smaller than 0.5. Now is the you do, and I would like you to pause the screen and have an attempt at these questions. I will now share the answers. Now, let's just look at the last two questions. We've got 1.200 and 1.2 are equal. Now, trailing zeros after a decimal don't change the value. And as for 0.10 and 0.1, any leading zeros that we have before a number don't change the value. So 0.1 is the same as 0.1. Now I'd like you to pause the screen again and have an attempt at this super challenge. Okay, for the super challenge, you're just having a bit of fun with different digit cards. So you can only use a card once, and you need to make 8 different possible solutions. There might well be more solutions than 8. Have a bit of fun with this. And there's not really a right or wrong answer so long as the first number is greater than the second number. So it starts off with 3 point, so you can't put 4 or 5 in the ones column in the second number. Any other number or any other combination is absolutely fine and it will work. As for the second question, you've got 5, 7, 0 and 4. Use 3 digit cards to make the greatest possible number, and then use the same cards to make the smallest possible number. And to make the greatest number, I would go in order from largest to smallest, and to make the smallest possible number, I would go from the smallest to the largest. So for the first one, it would be 7.54, and the smallest possible number is 0.45. So moving on to the exit ticket, please pause the screen and have a go at these 3 questions, and then we'll go through the answers afterwards. Okay, the first answer is false because 121 is larger than 112, and minus 2.7 is smaller than minus 0.12 because it's further away from 0, and so it is false. And the third answer is true. Well done for completing today's lesson. If you found this helpful, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to Mr. Fantastic Maths, and try the practice question to secure your understanding. See you in the next lesson.